I will tell you, I have never had a photographer edit my body or my face more than the photographers in Miami. Hi guys, my name is Carly. Welcome or welcome back. Today I got some new products to try, so we're just gonna do a fun little fall makeup look and chat. So I already prepped my skin. This is the Black Girl sunscreen. This is what I prep my skin with every single time. I do like my regular moisturizer, but before I do my makeup, I always use this. Next, Thrive Cosmetics Brow Lamination. I love this stuff. So when I started modeling, I was modeling in New York and then eventually started modeling in LA. So I was going back and forth between those. Now I'm in Florida, and so I mostly travel to LA or to New York to work. Whenever I'm on set and said that I came from Miami, people are always asking me what modeling is like in Miami. Going in with the Jones Road Beauty, the face pencil. This is their concealer, and I am using the shade 3. It's my favorite concealer brush. It is from Real Techniques. I used to just use like whatever brush on my finger, and then I don't know where I saw or where I got recommended this brush, but it actually changes the game for my concealer. I can't lie. So as far as modeling in Miami, don't get me wrong, I definitely had a few good photo shoots, but I also had some really bad and really crazy, just chaotic photo shoots in Miami. Right now I'm gonna take the Miracle Balm. This is also Jones Road Beauty. This is their new shade, Pinky Bronze. I'm putting that all over my lid. One of the first photo shoots that I did do in Miami was just like a test shoot. They did my hair and makeup and they styled it. And this girl, when I showed up, like when I tell you all of the racks of clothes were lingerie, I was like, no thank you. That's just not me. So we ended up settling on a cute little dress. The whole time though that I was working with her, we just were not clicking, we were not vibing. Like, she really wanted to give this like sex appeal that I was not wanting to give. Then at one point, she is like talking to me about my body, and she like was being complimentary, but then it started to get weird. She's starting to tell me about like the work that I could get done. And I'm not shaming anyone that has work done, but I don't want work done. And I just think that it was so weird for somebody to be like, oh, you could get this done and it would be so much better. This is the shade Just a Sec. And I'm putting that all over my lid again. This woman is literally telling me to my face that I would look better if I had a boob job. She just kept telling me what my options were. She's trying to tell me how affordable it is. This woman literally looks at me and was like, you have good credit, right? You could just get a loan. Ma'am, if I'm getting a loan today, it's certainly not gonna be for a boob job. If that experience wasn't already weird, then I got the photos back, and I have never had someone edit my body more in my life. Like, I looked like a doll. Like, I did not look real. It looked like AI. I never posted these photos. I couldn't. Another photo shoot that I did in Miami, and this was like one of the only photo shoots that I did through my agency, so it was like an actual paid shoot. This is in the shade Pinky Bronze. I'm gonna take this, and it's gonna be like blush, but also placing this like in between where I would put blush and bronzer. So this photo shoot was in Miami. It was supposed to be in Miami, but the day before the shoot, I got the call sheet and it was in Fort Lauderdale, and the clients were coming in from out of town. So the production girl that like casted all the models, coordinated everything, she tried to then put it on the client and be like, well, the client's not from here, so they thought that like since it was within an hour of each other, like it's all the same place. Driving to Fort Lauderdale is definitely different than telling me that I'm going to be shooting in Miami. So I arrived on set, it's just myself and one other model, and the beginning of the day honestly went pretty smooth. Putting this like champagne light pink in the corner, and I'm gonna bring it up onto there just a little bit. Cute. First part of the shoot was fine. Actually, we were getting through everything very quickly. We were shooting on the beach. So whenever it came time to break for lunch, it was definitely a very touristy area. And like I said, these clients were here from out of town, so they wanted to go to like basically a touristy place for lunch, which we did. So we're choosing a spot. We choose this like touristy spot. Right before lunch, the production girl, her friends appear out of nowhere and join us for lunch. So now every single other person other than the model and I ordered drinks at lunch, and now they're like hee hee ha ha with their friends. The client and their team are feeling like they're on vacation right now. This production girl feels like she's on vacation right now with her friend. The model and I are just trying to get back to work because we want to be wrapped on time. Things basically go south from here. They are drinking, they are getting second drinks, they are taking their food to go, they are taking their sweet time, and now everyone's drunk. So like, nobody was being serious at all. So we were going from location to location, like along the beach. So we all had this production van that we were getting in and out of. Whenever I'm on set and keeping in contact with my agent, I usually let them know when I arrive. I usually let them know like things are going well, so they can have a heads up like if it seems like things are going to go into overtime, because then that's something that they take care of on their end. So I had been talking to her all day. I also had been talking to her because of the whole issue with it being in Fort Lauderdale. She was helping me like arrange transportation. At this point, I am telling her like it looks like things are going to be going over, we're running really behind, and everybody's drunk. So after lunch, we get back in the van to go to another location, and I'm sitting here in this van full of people, the client, the other model, the whole production team, everybody, photographer, makeup, everybody is in the van. The production girl turns around to me and like is whispering, but also she's drunk, so not whispering, and was basically like, listen, you need to not complain about us running late, because the only reason that we're running late is because we had to do something different with transportation this morning because you complained about it being in Fort Lauderdale. So then she tells me, you're just lucky that I'm making these accommodations. Any other client would not be making these accommodations for you. Meanwhile, I could not even take that personally because Good American had just flown me out to LA and taken care of all of my accommodations. So I was like, girl, you think a brand would not give me an Uber? I'm not trying to say that sounds spoiled at all, but it's like these brands have budget. So anytime a brand is being super particular about location, and they know that you're not in that location, if they want you, they will take care of travel. Like, that's just it. I could not believe that she turned around to me in the van to say something though in front of the client. I just felt like that was so unprofessional. So I texted my agent. I was like, this is crazy. That is literally what your agent is for. You should never feel like you are like being a snitch. If things are off on set, let your agent know, because that is what they are there for. This is my first time trying a Jones Rose lip liner. What a pretty color. This color is so good for fall. I'm very happy with that, and that went on really smooth. Anyway, I did finish this photo shoot, but I will not be working with them again. I'm topping this off with the Miracle Balm. Perfect. My fall finished look. I really like how it turned out. I'm very happy with all the products that I used. I will link everything down below for you all. Moral of the story, whenever people ask me if I model in Miami, I usually say, no, it is not my vibe. I'm not saying that if the right opportunity came along, I wouldn't work in Miami. It's definitely not my main market. Bye guys.